Top public health leaders from across the state meeting today to talk about the future of pandemics and what this past year can teach us. ABC 15's Nicole Gregg talking to the experts tonight.
The focus this past year has been on the COVID-19 pandemic, and on Wednesday, the University of Arizona bringing some of the top public health experts across the state together to discuss how we can prepare for pandemics.
Some of us knew in December that something was happening that should trigger starting to discuss a pandemic preparedness plan in December.
One lesson could be when to declare a pandemic. Each country, including the U.S., has a preparedness plan, and it may be important when to start responding. Another key takeaway from epidemiologists and researchers is the need for good data.
If we're going to have a robust scientific response to any infectious disease, or any pandemic going forward, we need better data in order for the models to improve.
Tim Lant is one of the top researchers at ASU. He is a part of the Arizona modeling team that has used data to try and help influence decision makers. Another lesson is also the need for better data infrastructure to help predict what's to come in a pandemic.
We need operational capabilities. We need to turn data into decisions, and we need information the decision makers feel comfortable working with in the course of making their decisions.
The data is important to help predict different scenarios. You may remember at the beginning of COVID-19, there was a lack of testing and a lack of data that was shared publicly on the state's health website.
Public health data is never perfect. It's never complete. Modelers know this, but the rest of the scientific community and people outside of the science community don't always appreciate that fact. And certainly with the low volumes of testing in 2020, that was true.
Other concerns and lessons: protecting the most vulnerable, reaching those vulnerable communities during critical times such as vaccine distribution and communication.
Communication, I think we could all say, was probably not as good as it could be, where a lot of misinformation got out there.
One last lesson: making sure we invest in public health infrastructure. Reporting in Phoenix, Nicole Gregg, ABC 15, Arizona.